You can do it! Oh, good boy! Hello and welcome back to Homemaking Made Cuter. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm just going to take you along vlog style as I go through and add some new stuff to my garden. We are at my parents' house and we're hanging out with Chaos. So we're going to go out. We'll make sure he comes back. And we're going to take our plants over here. We've got some spinach that I grew from home. We have some watermelon right here. Some seeds we grew from home. And then we have one half-eaten pumpkin plant. Kind of a bummer, but there used to be two. Don't know how something ate the entire other one, but that's what we're going to be adding. So I think what we can do is we can start with a quick tour update because a lot of stuff has grown immensely since we were here at last. In particular, the potatoes. So we'll go check them out. So we'll do a little update. I'm gonna grab the camera. We've got our blackberry. We've got our different grape plants. We have our strawberries. We've got all of these onions, yellow onions. We have a couple new asparagus plants that have popped up, so we're gonna have to move those. But the most exciting is the potatoes. So look at all of those potatoes. Crazy. They have totally like exploded. Last time I was here about a week or so ago, they were all about this size. And now most of them are like this size. It's huge. So that's super exciting. And then we also have the, what is this one again? The garlic. Garlic is doing pretty well. What we're gonna do is figure out where we are gonna plant the spinach. I'm gonna go figure that out. I think I'm going to choose this area. I kind of separated it by string because I thought that if I scattered the carrot seeds, they would just grow here well, but they kind of haven't. It's kind of a mix of weeds and carrots and such. So I think if I kind of sprinkle the spinach in between there, it's going to be a better use of space because I don't want to rip it up because I want to keep the carrots that are alive growing, but I do want to take the areas that have no kind of green growing and put the spinach in there. So I'm going to start with that. Second thing is I saw this other YouTuber had this like knee pad for their garden so they could like kneel in their garden. I'm like kind of wishing I had one of those. Update. I dug a hole here and I hit a gopher hole. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put a gopher trap in it, which is like so not my thing before I had a garden, but now that I've had a garden and I've like learned how annoying and pesty gophers can be to all of your hard work, I don't care as much as I used to. So I'm not sure if we have any left because we put some out today, so I'm going to just hold off for now and then we'll return to the issue later. Something I like to do too is when I have two plants that are like right next to each other, I like to split them into two because then they're able to grow into two larger like healthy plants versus having like two combined and they're both kind of like stealing each other's nutrients. As you can see a little bit right here, I definitely stepped on a couple of my maybe carrots, but that's okay. This is kind of it for the spinach section for now. I didn't make a ton of like rims around them, like kind of water holders, because a lot of them are deeper in the ground as you can see. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and then maybe when they get bigger, I'll go ahead and do that. I just want to be cautious of in case there are any carrot plants around the edges growing. I didn't want to all rip them out. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go figure out where to plant our watermelon. 2 feet across, 6 inches tall, thin to 3 per hill. They look like kind of the stages of life. If you like line them up together, baby seed just sprouting. When it's gotten a little bit taller, and then even taller. I feel like that could be like one of those photos you show in a science class. Quick dinner break, and we're back. So we have our watermelon planted. I just dug them deeper, so I didn't really put rims around them because they're deeper down. And the last thing we have is our half-eaten pumpkin plant.
So are we figuring out where to put it?
Yeah, hence the long pause. I'm thinking, and have it grow that way. I'm kind of just making this up as I go. I don't really know. I'm thinking, I just like to like maximize space. So if I put it in the middle of the garden, then I think it like stresses me out because I'm like, well, now I have to work around it, versus if I put it in a corner, then I feel like the rest is like an open canvas. So I think I think this is the spot. I'm not sure. Stay tuned. Final decision. I think if I put it here in the middle of my space, it's a pumpkin patch. So it's kind of cute if it's like all mixed up. Like I'll have my white Casper pumpkins and my jack-o'-lantern, and then this one, the little baby gourd Cinderella pumpkins. And I think it'll be nice. It'll look pretty. Ooh, look, I found it. Okay, come close. So, remember how I told you something was eating it? And then I was like, where the heck did my other one go? I found its root. So its top got completely eaten off.
Wow.
Which is a bummer, so that was a waste. But we got 2 more at the apartment, so it's time to water. Welcome to the greenhouse. So pretty cool in here. This is my dad's greenhouse. It's kind of just like a plant party in here. And here's where we have this tiny little watering can and then a sink. And so it's kind of nice. Sometimes I think like with the spinach, I don't want to like spray it with the hose because it's kind of like still delicate. So I'm just going to water it with this today. But I will get the hose out to water like the rest of the garden. But just to give some plants like a really deep water without kind of like uprooting them, I'm going to use this guy. So as you can see, my little bowls are working pretty well. That one's fully submerged, but I think once it drains, it'll be good. And we'll get some more water. Okay, so I finished watering like the delicate plants that I just planted, like the new sprouts. And so the rest of it, I'm gonna definitely give it water. If you look like right here, this is pretty dry. The grapes could use some more water, I think, and then the potatoes and all that. So kind of gonna mix it up a little bit and get the rest watered. That's a wrap. I think it's looking good and excited to see how it looks next time we come. What are those? Oh, this is where the gopher traps are. Oh. Yeah, definitely don't want to check those.
Nope.
Okay, well thanks for joining. It's fun to always like garden with other people, and I love watching other people's YouTube videos of them gardening and kind of feel like I'm gardening vicariously through them. Hope you enjoyed it and excited to show you guys the progress next time. Thanks for watching Homemaking Made Cuter.